What's up, guys? It's me, Sean, from Troy Nunes as an Absolute Magician. And I just wanted to take a moment to talk to everybody. I've kind of been feeling like, there's been a lot of trepidation the last couple of days. People are a little freaked out about Syracuse, what's going to happen with Arenze, what's going on with the Big East. It just kind of feels like everything was going so well, and now it's all starting to fall apart just when we need it to really work. It reminds me of a story of how Syracuse University was founded. In 1887, the original founders of Syracuse came to the land in Onondaga County, and they struck down their shovels and said, "Hearken!" And there was nobody there, but it was just, some like, "Hear ye!" It's just something you said back then. They began to dig, and all of a sudden the people of Onondaga, the Onondaga tribe, showed up. And their leader, Chief Syracuse, stepped forward, and he said to the people, "You must listen to me, for if you want this place of education," I'm quoting, "if you want this place of education to be truly special, you must do what I say." And all of the founders looked at each other. And you know all the names. It's the names of all the buildings in Syracuse and the streets now. It's Reginald Comstock III, and Herbert Maxwell, and Theodore Shine, and Jimmy Hall of Languages. And so they all looked at each other and they said, "All right, well, we better do what this guy says." And so Chief Syracuse stands before them and says, "You must make a pit, and you must fill that pit with offerings. And those offerings will then, the energy from those offerings will then be transferred into your place of learning for years to come, for generations, and will fulfill them and fill those people and those future generations with, I don't know, but good stuff." So, they did it. They dug this hole and they filled it with all these great things, these books, ancient texts and other valuable pieces that then the university was built on top of that. And that's why we have Syracuse University, the greatest university in the universe. And so, it reminded me that, we haven't done that in a while. We haven't done an offering pit in a really long time. So I thought, I got a bowl. Why don't we tell the universe, tell Chief Syracuse, who the university was obviously named after, and the town. Just coincidentally, there's a Greek city. So I thought, why don't we make our offerings, and then the gods will look down on Syracuse when they play Vermont, and we'll realize we had nothing to worry about. So I got a few things that I figured should go in the offering. They're things that represent the current team and what they're going through, and their passions and their issues and all of these things. So I got this one for Andy. We've got some muscle milk. I went with the light because I figured I'm assuming this stuff doesn't really go down too smooth. I've never had it, and I'm fine with that. We'll offer some up. There you go. Little muscle milk. Done. Up next, I've got some syrup, which actually is kind of a double representation. The syrup represents Vermont because there's syrup there, and in a way we're pouring out the syrup because we're taking it away, we're removing their essence. But then at the same time, the syrup also represents Canada, where Chris Joseph and Andy Routens are from. So I'm pouring the syrup into the bowl to fill it with the wholesome goodness of Canada. That looks tasty. We've kind of done a lot of offerings for Andy Routens, I'm kind of realizing, but this is very essential for Andy. We've got some Axe Clean Cut Look Pomade. Andy wouldn't be caught dead without this stuff, and and understandably, you know, you gotta look good. So I think we need to do a little bit. Get in there. Okay. You know what? Do as the Onondagas do. And boom, I look like Andy. Alright, next up, we got a Band-Aid. Now this represents Arenze Onuaku, who is currently nursing some kind of injury. One day it's torn quadricep, the next day it's a sprained ankle, the day after that it's a sprained quadrangle. But we offer up this Band-Aid as a way to say, you know, heal thyself. I wish you guys, I mean, if you want to see, we're really coming along nicely. I don't know if you can see that. But we've got a nice base going, which is good. I am going to offer up, this is the Sports Illustrated commemorative issue when Syracuse won the national championship in 2003. This is a collectible. This is very rare. And it's something I've held on to for a very long time. I am going to do something I never thought I would do. I'm going to rip a tiny piece off, and we are going to offer it up, a little sacrifice for when we were champions into becoming champions yet again. So that brings us to the final piece of the offering, and well, I'm just... Chipotle. Anyone who's been following Syracuse basketball this season knows that the team made it all the way to #1 in the country, won 28 games, and was the #1 seed in the Big East, and they never ate any Chipotle. This is fact. There's no denying it. The team, via their Twitter feed, mentioned that they went to Chipotle not once, but twice before their Big East tournament game, and then they subsequently lost. This is not a coincidence. This is not theory. This is fact. The Syracuse University basketball team has not won a game since they ate Chipotle. And so I think that we need to make a sacrifice. I think that's what the gods are asking for, and I think that's what is required. Normally, I would not say that I'm someone who would feel comfortable making such a move, but I just feel like the situation calls for it.
I just wanted to say this isn't something that I normally do, but I feel like in this situation, the gods demand it.
Hey, Chipotle Burrito. So, you know, I'm going to watch the Cuse game tomorrow. You know, I just figure that maybe I'll head down to the bar. Do you want to come? That would be awesome. I will pick you up around... Hey, what is that? Sorry. Shh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shh. I did this for you guys. And now to offer up some of its flesh. Get in there. You did not die in vain, Chipotle Burrito. Alright, well, there you have it. I think we've made a very successful and efficient offer for the gods. I think it looks like the kind of thing the gods would really appreciate. I think you can take that in. Yeah, if you think I'm going to eat this, you're out of your fucking mind. So you know what? Why don't we just forget about the offerings? We're going to be fine, at least this weekend. Cuse will represent very well. We kind of have to. I don't think there's any other Big East teams left. So, go Orange. F Vermont. Don't worry, we're going to beat them by 40. I'm almost positive of this. Hail Chief Syracuse and Jimmy, Hall of Languages, and